guys, it's Naseem here. Now, after using the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra for about a month now, the one thing that kept coming to my mind after using it on a day-to-day basis was this one simple statement that I feel wraps up the S22 Ultra pretty perfectly. And that statement is, I think that the Galaxy S22 Ultra is the best phone that you can get in 2022. And I say this because when you think about it, the Galaxy S22 Ultra is the closest thing that we have to a perfect phone this year. It has an amazing camera, it has an amazing battery, it has an amazing display, it has amazing speakers, and it has the top of the line specs that can compete with any phone in the market. And besides my little nitpicks that I had with the S22 Ultra, I can honestly say that I had no major problems with it as a whole, and that's extremely rare in any smartphone. And that's why I believe that the S22 Ultra is the best phone to get in 2022. Because if I'm being honest, there's no other phone that can pound for pound beat this phone. But besides that, I wanted to give you guys my experience after my day-to-day use with the S22 Ultra, and also why I think that it's the LeBron James of any smartphone. And now the first thing that I really liked about my Galaxy S22 Ultra after using it for 1 month was the pretty good battery. Now, I'm usually the type of person who is on my phone all day, so I will be clocking in around 4 to 6 hours of on-screen time a day, and I will usually end my day with about 25% battery left, which was enough to last me if I wanted to keep using it. And whenever I'll use my phone, the main things I would do is scroll through social media, watch YouTube, play games, and get work done. So I would say that it held up really well while also being able to do everything that I wanted to do on it. But again, the one thing that I will let you guys know is that sometimes out of the day, I will put my display on 60 Hz just so that I can make sure I can preserve battery life. So if you use some of the Galaxy's battery saving features, you will 100% be able to use this phone all day. And now the last thing that I loved about the battery on the S22 Ultra is the fact that it supports 45 watt fast charging. So not only was I able to last all day long with my phone, but if there was ever a situation where I needed a quick charge, all I had to do was charge it for under an hour and it will be fully charged. And there were things like this that really convinced me that the S22 Ultra was the best phone of 2022 because it was able to have a solution to every problem that I had. Now, the next thing that I really loved about my Galaxy S22 Ultra after using it for 1 month was the pretty amazing display. Now, the S22 Ultra has a 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED 2x display that I must admit is the best performance screen that I had ever seen on any smartphone this year. And not only did the screen look amazing, it also performed amazing since it also supported 120 Hz, making the software feel much smoother. Like right here, you can see me scrolling through the interface and you can just tell how smooth and fast it feels thanks to the very high specs within the screen. I also love the fact that it had an amazing response in the haptics. Like right here, you can see just how sharp it is. And this is important because when you're using your phone, you want it to be as fast and smooth as possible and not have that laggy response whenever you press on something. I also love the fact that the screen had 1750 nits worth of peak brightness because whenever I was using it outside or at work when the sun was out, all I had to do was turn my brightness up, and no matter how bright it was outside, I was able to see really well. And the last thing that I loved about the display was that whenever I was watching videos, playing games, scrolling on the internet, or scrolling through the interface, the quality of the picture was always amazing. The colors were vibrant, but not to the point where they were too unreal. The sharpness was really good, which helped improve the resolution, and the big screen made the whole visual experience much more appealing. And to show you guys what I mean, here are some examples of me playing games and watching videos to give you an idea of how great the screen looks. It's Naseem here. Now, I've been using my Galaxy Watch 4 for about 5 months now, and after my extended use with it day in and day out, I pretty much have gathered all of my opinions that I have towards the watch as a whole. And if I'm being honest, now the next thing that I really liked about my Galaxy S22 Ultra after using it for 1 month was the Bluetooth S Pen. Now, the Bluetooth S Pen was easily one of my favorite things that I had ever had on any smartphone. I really loved how Samsung was able to not only add different features to the S Pen, but also how practical they were able to make it so that you actually want to use it every day. Like right here, you can see that whenever I take out my S Pen, I'm able to go to different apps, send messages, etc. But again, one of my favorite things that I loved about the S Pen is the fact that, again, it really improved my note taking. Like whenever I wanted to do something, all I had to do was write it down, and that made my days much easier, and it also made my days much more productive. And there were many other ways that the S Pen was able to help me out in my everyday life. Also, whenever I'll be chilling in the house, I will be watching a YouTube video while I ate, and if I wanted to change the video, I will wave my hand to the left or right. And whenever I wanted to change the volume, all I had to do was wave it down to put the volume down and wave it up to put the volume up. And again, this is why I really love the Bluetooth S Pen, because Samsung made it so practical to the point where I had no option but to use it in my everyday life. Now, the final thing that I really loved about my Galaxy S22 Ultra after using it for 1 month was the amazing cameras. And I think that the S22 along with the iPhone 13 Pro were the first cameras where I would say that I had no major complaints when it came to taking photos. Like right here, you can see my outside daytime photos, and I would say that these were really great pictures that I was confident in sharing with you guys. The skies were very vibrant yet color accurate. The trees and other aspects of nature were very sharp. My face looked pretty color accurate, especially compared to last year's version where it would look too light at times, and the overall vibrancy of the outside pictures were great to no surprise. Now when we look at the inside daytime photos, I would say that these were also really great. Like right here, you can see that there was no graininess no matter how dark it got, and my selfies were top notch when compared to other smartphones. Now when we look at the outside nighttime photos, I would say that these are where the S22 Ultra performed at its best. Like right here, you can see the night mode photos didn't give off any graininess, the colors were accurate, and my skin tone didn't make me look much lighter, which made me want to take more selfies. And now the last environment that I wanted to cover when it came to pictures on the S22 Ultra was the inside nighttime photos. And when we look at them, you can see that there was some graininess, the quality wasn't as great, and it really struggled when there was little to no lighting, but once I turned the lights on, the quality got much better, the sharpness was still great, and the colors were very accurate, which definitely redeemed the camera overall. And when it came to video quality, the S22 Ultra is one of the best that the smartphone community has to offer. And to give you guys an example, here are some 8K videos that I took on it. And there it is, you guys, my review on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now let me know down below, do you guys think that this is the best phone that you can get in 2022? Let me know. And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for sticking around. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It'll be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.